Okay, so we're doing not quite a Friday drive, obviously, in this special 250 GT, but we do have to move it today around to the front. So I thought we'll throw a camera in the car and we'll get the start procedure. We'll get a little bit of me driving. It's only around the corner. We do have to be very careful with this car, but it's going to give us an opportunity to at least get a sense of the driving experience a little bit. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So with the key, you actually have to roll it all the way around. Always make sure that clutch is in as well. You can hear this like ticking sound as it's ready, and then you just press it in. A little bit of throttle just to get the car revving nicely. And then always kind of come clutch out just to make sure. Some of these things can be a little bit temperamental, and then straight into first gear. We'll get the parking brake off. Gotta try and maneuver this thing around. Just hear it, it's unbelievable. Be so careful. I'm like so excited, but also petrified. $1.5 million worth of car, and I'm just reversing it out of a showroom. It's incredible, really. We're out of the trouble a little bit, if you will. Still gonna reverse this thing back. I feel like I'm never used to driving like this, but because it's a nimble little car, you can actually maneuver yourself. The vision on it's actually very, very good. Wind that lock in. There we go. Right, now we can start actually getting into a bit of a drive in. I'll make our way around the corner here. For those that haven't been to Lorbeck, got a detailing bay to our right, and then on my left here we're going to pass it as our consignment storage area for Sydney, which is pretty awesome. Some amazing cars in there as well. You'll be able to see it on our website, so make sure you check that out as well. I'm going to have to hop out of this thing and move some bollards. Be back in a moment. Old school seatbelt. There we go. And then tighten that up. I feel like it's like almost like an airplane seatbelt. I feel weird not having one of these ones anyway. Right, and then heading onto the road. And then I make our way. Oh, listen to that noise. Oh my god. Second gear. Wow. This is so cool. I'm like almost speechless, which is quite rare for me, to be honest. But this thing is unbelievable. Go into neutral. It still drives so well. The steering's heavy. You've got this big wooden steering wheel. You can just feel every little piece of the puzzle. And then we'll make our way to the right-hand side here. Big Lorbeck sign in front of me. I have to be a little bit careful with a few other people around. That bloke was looking, of course he was, with this thing. Right, I'm going to park it up and I'm going to get guided in to the showroom here. What a privilege, honestly, to get to drive something of this nature, this history, this age, in this condition. It's like a classic Ferrari for me is just some of the absolute best, most beautiful cars you've ever seen, and this thing is right up there with it. By far my favourite car I've seen come into the showroom, and everything still works. The gearbox is nice and crisp and smooth. It had a really big refresh in 2020, but it is just pristine, and I mean, it's almost a shame that I don't make them like this anymore, and to have this thing sat parked up front and centre is perfect. We've parked it up, and that's it for the driving element, but the history of this thing is incredible. And when this folder turned up with the car, with the trophies and all those other things, that history and that documentation, how it first came over, when it came over here from Joe Macari's very, very, very high-end famous car dealer restorations in the UK. You know, you get a car from him, it's pretty special, and there's no wonder why it's ended up here now as well. Undo my seatbelt. I'll turn it off. And that's that. What a joy.